Hi, NA, Jason William Mitchiner, Galbraith, GAOMG. Just wanted to touch base with you. I have a big surgery coming up, so that goes well, and I will be so excited to get to Scotland. And I'm gonna bring my 10th book, second trilogy, and I've like heard some stuff online about William Wallace's Claymore, and they're like, "Is it real or whatever, dude?" They were like, he had a bunch of claymores, and when I'm writing my books and I'm doing all the research, in the medieval times, they didn't have armies like they had, like Alexander the Great and the Romans and stuff. The Romans and Alexander the Great, they used a lot of like slaves and everything, force people to fight for them. In the medieval times, you had to pay. You had to pay people. The English, King Edward, William Wallace, they had to pay people to go fight. So the claymore, like, is was unreal, and it was used all the time. It would be like your umbrella at your door. Like you'd be eating dinner with your wife, and she's like yelling at you, "We need more money." You're gonna have to grab that claymore and walk over and join William Wallace, or if you're English, King Edward. So it was used all the time, and I don't understand people getting butthurt about, is the William Wallace sword real or not? Blah, blah. Who the fuck cares, dude? You guys ever heard about symbolism? Like the cover of my book, I have my Galbraith ancestral kilt. Before I found out on my paternal line that I am Clan Stewart of Appin, Royal House of Stewart, a direct descendant of Sir John Stewart of Bunkdale. So before I knew that, I had my ancestral Galbraith kilt, and I thought I could run for chief. And because it's all on my maternal side, they're all mean to me. So now I'm going to just go for chief for, Clan Stewart of Appin, and everyone's probably going to be mean to me too. But anyway, this is symbolism. That's a kilt is Scotland. The claymore is Scotland. And I'm wearing like a chainmail, and that was like before the kilt. I got that, but this is all symbolism. Anybody that doesn't understand that and doesn't understand how claymore was used all the time before bows and arrows were predominant, and King Edward of England, he killed my direct descendant ancestor at the Battle of Falkirk, starting to utilize bows and arrows. And then his descendant, Edward III, crushed the French with bows and arrows. And when bows and arrows became that powerful, the claymore, the giant claymore that I have, then it became the Scottish had the broadsword. And that broadsword is legendary too. It is so awesome. Covers the hand. It's like what all like the pirate swords were based on. I mean, a lot of Captain Kidd was from Scotland. Probably had a broadsword. And my clan chief that passed away, they have the picture of him, and he's holding his broadsword. It's Clan Stewart of Appin that I'm gonna run for chief, and everyone's gonna hate me, but I got some things going for me that are pretty incredible. But they have a picture of him. He's chilling on his broadsword, and it's bending. And that's because it goes back to home. It goes back to zero. It goes back to perfect balance. That's how beautiful the Scottish claymore and their broadsword were. They were amazing swords. The number one sword is the claymore in the whole world. Number two is the katana. I've said that before. The katana can break in battle. The claymore, the Scottish claymore, and the broadsword, you can look at the picture of my clan chief of my ancestry, Clan Stewart of Appin, and he's leaning on it, dude. And it goes right back to home, right back to neutral. And you take the claymore and you can put it right into zero weight. It's perfectly balanced. And back in those days, you got all these mounted English knights coming at you. Bro, I want that claymore double hand, chop all their horses' heads off, their legs off, the knight's heads off, I want my Claymore. And then when bows and arrows became way more prevalent in battle, I want the broadsword, Steel broadsword. That was the evolution, and it is beautiful. And anybody to get their kilts in a bind over any of this stuff is just ridiculous. And I've seen it on some clips and everything, because I buy my kilts from places and all that type of stuff. Anyway, the Scottish Claymore and the broadsword are the best swords in the world, just by everything that I've said before. And then the second is a katana. Cheers.